All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. As I said before, as the news comes out, I will continue to do my best to try to cover and react to it. Everybody's still waiting. It's a lot of stuff that's coming out. It's kind of hard to keep up, man. But everybody's still waiting to see what they're going to release, or if they're going to release. At this point, it almost feels like they're scraping and scrambling to try to give us something to shut us up, but it's not going to be what we expected. Just saying. Got this video here. It says, Trump in sheer panic. Report suggests Epstein secrets. Republicans look for the exits. That's what the video title says. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
The big story tonight, the Wall Street Journal is out with new reporting about how Donald Trump sent Jeffrey Epstein a lewd letter for his 50th birthday. According to documents reviewed by the Journal, the letter bearing Trump's name contains several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline woman.
Okay. So there's an outline of a woman. I just don't know what I'm going to have to trim out, but just say there's no clothes involved. And yeah, I'm just trying to be careful with this, but that's what it says. There's an outline of a woman. Okay.
The Journal reports that the letter from Trump to Epstein was styled as an imaginary conversation between the two. Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything, the note began. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Trump, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Now, I should note, NBC News has not independently verified the existence of that letter, which was written before Epstein was ever arrested, and that Trump vehemently denies the letter's existence. In fact, he told the Journal, quote, "This is not me. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story." He continued, "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words." And of course, because we are talking about Donald Trump, he threatened to sue the Wall Street Journal for publishing this article. But this isn't just a personal matter for the President of the United States. This is also a substantive matter in terms of how transparent Trump and his administration have actually been. People familiar with the letter tell the Wall Street Journal that it was among the documents reviewed by DOJ officials who investigated Epstein and his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, years ago. What's unclear.
So they saying they found these years ago? Allegedly?
Is whether this letter was also part of the Trump administration's recent review of the case. The Justice Department has not responded. The Wall Street Journal, the FBI have declined to comment. I should note that if this letter is in fact as it is described, it would have been written by Trump just 1 year after he infamously said this about Jeffrey Epstein to New York Magazine. Quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side."
It's just crazy to hear that because, in the recent videos of him talking about Epstein, he's saying, calling him a creep and this and this. And I've said, why were people around this man if he was so terrible? You know what I mean? Again, this stuff is alleged, but saying that on the younger side, that can mean a lot. I feel like we all know what he was trying to say, but younger could mean younger than him. but I feel like we all know. So to have that in the same sentence, great guy or terrific guy, and like some younger, it's pretty crazy. I'm going to just say that.
Since Donald Trump won the presidency in 2016, the first time, we have wondered what would be the piece of news that would finally pierce the Teflon of Teflon Don? What would be the piece of news that would finally enrage or just get through to Trump's base? We are now in day 11 of a news cycle that has finally managed to put Trump at odds with his MAGA base. And please do not take my word for it. Take a listen to how Trump's own voters are describing their own emotions right now on right-wing political call-in shows.
I feel really betrayed, and I feel really, really angry. We have a president who tells us to move on from Epstein because it doesn't matter. Are you guys still talking about this? Seriously? And yet he still talks about the 2020 election fraud. He talks about the Hunter Biden laptop. He talks about all this stuff from 5-6 years ago, and he tells us to move on from the Epstein trial or the Epstein case. People like me will not stop talking about this. I feel so betrayed and so angry. This is not what I voted for.
I'm concerned about being able to trust Donald Trump to keep his word. In his campaign, he said he was going to let us know all of the facts about this. And now he's saying, go away, don't pay attention to it.
These Epstein files, we were told that there was going to be released. There was his client list that was going to be released. And the fact that it's suddenly gone away and he's trying to gaslight us is like a punch in the gut to MAGA.
Hear that quiver in their voice?
Yeah. If you guys are new to this channel, just know that I believe that there's corruption on both sides. I believe that there possibly could be names on that list or whatever they're trying to put out on both sides. That's why I feel a lot of people are wanting this so they can be like, your side is on it, my side is on it. Where do we go from here? It's a dirty game. We're talking about corruption to the highest level. And a lot of these people don't really give a damn about us. They don't. They just want to be in position of power so they can hang out with their buddies and do and make rules and laws. And look, it's crazy, man. It really is. But like I said, I keep saying this, but it is spooky hours, man. Spooky hours. But just seeing people speak up like this is good. It's good. Because like I said, it's about the kids. It's about the kids. And there's a lot of people out there that, are probably grown now and seeing all this news, and they're probably wanting stuff to come out because maybe they can't speak on it. So
they feel betrayed, they feel angry, they feel gaslit, they feel like they have been punched in the gut. Now, Trump's position here and the MAGA base's position here, it puts the rest of the Republican Party between a rock and a hard place. To satisfy their base, Republicans are eager to publicly declare that they are personally in favor of releasing the Epstein files.
It's a very delicate subject, but we should put everything out there and let the people decide.
I do think there needs to be more transparency. I think you ought to make it public. And in this case, I just say, let's make it all public and get it out there.
So that's what Republicans are saying about this issue publicly. That is how they want their base to perceive their stance here. But because they don't want to anger the president, most Republicans don't actually want to vote to release anything. As more than a dozen Republican Congress members and aides told Politico today, House Republicans are pressuring their leadership to send members home for summer weeks early before they have to go on the record voting yes or no on whether to release the files related to Epstein. The thinking here is that the issue will have died down once lawmakers come back in the fall. Meanwhile, the fight over how to handle the sudden crisis in the Republican Party over Jeffrey Epstein and these files, it is gumming up what was supposed to be a smooth glide path for the House to vote to claw back $9 billion in government spending. That legislation is currently being debated in the House Rules Committee, But Republicans are reportedly trying to use tonight's meeting to create another escape hatch. They will vote tonight to put what Politico describes as a likely non-binding resolution on the Epstein files to the floor for a vote. Okay, so the key word there is non-binding. Something they can vote for and they can say it shows they want transparency, while potentially not actually having any teeth. That is the situation in the House tonight, as Republicans desperately try to find a solution that appeases both their boss and their base. Meanwhile, in the Senate, Republican leader John Thune told reporters today he's not hearing any chatter among his conference that they want to vote to force disclosure of the files. Democrats trying to put them on the record anyway. Here was Senator Ruben Gallego, Democrat of Arizona, on the Senate floor today.
Mr. President, I'm introducing this resolution to require the Department of Justice to release its files related to Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, that attempt, it was quickly squashed by Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma.
Yeah. I would like you guys to comment below. Do you think if they do release something, it's going to be what everybody was thinking? Or do y'all think they're just going to do something to shut us up? Because my whole thing is right now, I ain't saying it's too late, but all this like back and forth, just pay attention to the distractions. I know they were saying something about Trump's health or something like that. I don't know. But let me just look at some of the comments here. Someone said, when he says it's fake, it's the truth. Someone said, my administration is the most transparent in the history of the United States. Just don't ask about Epstein. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, man. But asking for somebody to be honest and transparent and this. Good luck. All right. Peace out.